Well, hello and welcome to the New Old Computer Show. I'm so glad to have you here. And with me today, I have a friend of the channel, Brandon. Hi, Brandon.
Hi.
Brandon runs his own YouTube channel called The Orchard, and he's in the middle of bootstrapping this channel. So please do head over there and show him your support. He has some pretty cool ideas in the
Thanks.
pipeline. And he also has a pretty impressive collection of old Apple hardware that he loves to show off.
I do. I do. Yeah. I have a
um,
little bit too much, but that's fine.
Well, that's. I think that's collections are there to adored and to be used and repaired and
Yeah.
tinkered with.
Yeah. There's plenty of that to do.
So today we're doing a little bit of an Easter special, and it's also the last day of Macintosh 2024, so just in time. And what better way to celebrate Easter than to indulge in some software Easter eggs? You know, these little neat secrets that developers like to hide in their software. And specifically the classic Mac software of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
And we're trying a little special format today with a collaborative video series where I'm shooting this video and Brandon is shooting his video, and we have a little bit of a different theme going on. Brandon is doing Apple software, meaning first-party software that Apple engineers wrote and put out, whereas my video here will look at third-party software that were put out for the Macintosh platform. So yeah, if you want to see Brandon's part, then head over to his channel. The link is going to be in the description below here. Brendan and I spent the last few days playing around with old software and looking up old guides on these Easter eggs. And after doing this now for a couple of days, what do you say is maybe the most surprising or memorable Easter egg that you've seen so far?
Well, I would say, first I would say I thought I knew, like, I'm not going to claim I knew all of them, but I thought I knew a lot of them. And looking at these lists, I think we both realized there are way more than certainly I ever imagined. So as far as the ones that you covered, I think the freehand one is kind of cool just because that was a version of freehand I used to use back in the day, and I certainly didn't know that it's not really a game but a special effect built in there, and that one was a little bit difficult to discover how to get to, but I think it's worth it. So yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Cool, yeah. Then you'll have that to look forward to. I'll cover that in a few minutes here. So welcome to my festive Macintosh desktop. I thought these tulips went pretty well with the Easter holiday, and maybe it's a little bit of a spring feeling coming on. And I'm doing this off a real Performa 6116 CD Macintosh computer, capturing the video over an open source scan converter. So you may see a little bit of noise coming through, but hopefully this should look fairly nice. And just to prove that I have a real computer here, here I'm running Mac OS 8.1. We have 40 megabytes of memory. And let's have a look at the system profiler. So yeah, under the hood, this is actually a PowerMac 6160. So one of the very early revisions of the first generation Power Macintosh computers. Notoriously slow at running 68,000 software. It's running at a stunning 60 megahertz. And there's not much else to see here, so let's move on. And as you can see, I have a little folder sitting here on the desktop, which contains all my festive software. But actually, I have one that's not in the Easter folder. So let's start with that one. For that, we have to go to the control panels and open up the famous After Dark. After Dark is a screensaver collection, as uh, well, folks who used computers in the 90s should be well aware of. This existed not just for the Macintosh, but on Windows as well. And After Dark, well, I guess the whole thing is an Easter egg. It's just there for fun. And the Easter egg that I'm going to present here is pretty straightforward. Let's start with the classic Fish World screensaver. Let's put the cursor down in the active corner. So the way this works is that, well, we're gonna get some fish on the screen, and once they've entered a little bit here, I'm going to press caps lock on the keyboard. And they're gone. Amazing, huh? Next up on the list is Super Guy. Here comes Super Guy. I press caps lock, and I get a different background. Press caps lock again. Another color of the background. Ooh, amazing. All right. Next up, Hula Tweens. And you know it, press caps lock. That's it. Next is Out and About. Here are some very 90s looking patterns. Let's press caps lock. And we get a different set of 90s looking backgrounds. Press it again. Oh, this is even more 90s looking. And now we're back to where we started. All right. Next up is Bad Dog. This is a classic. I like Bad Dog was a favorite. Bad Dog is messing up your desktop. Let's press caps lock. And we get a different layout of the items on the desktop there. Yeah, all right, let's move on. Swirling Magic is up. This one looks pretty nice. I wouldn't mind using this today. And caps lock gives us different colors. All right. And that's it for the After Dark Easter egg. I bet most people figured that out at one point or another, but I don't quite remember. Well, now we're on to 8 pieces of software. I think we should do this from the top down. So let's start with the Adobe suite. So yeah, Illustrator was a classic vector drawing program. Still is. And well, I'm running the Swedish version here, which well, I'm a Swedish person, so I guess the Swedish version is
for me, but it's also for some reason the one version that I was able to install, and the other ones that I found were erroring out. So yeah, it was meant for me, I guess. So this software has a little contextual menu thing going on at the bottom left there, which gives you some shortcuts. So what you do is you hold down the Option key on the keyboard, and then you click on it. And let me just step through these. But you get these 7 very silly options here. Peter's home number is not translated, but yeah, you get a US phone number there, 408-986-6500. Please don't call this guy. Next up is eyes. There, gone. You get a pair of eyes. And it's following the mouse cursor. That's cute. Next up is face of the moon, Månfas. Oh, doesn't we're way beyond the supported date range there. This only worked up until 2009, and here we are in 2024. Mouse clicks, musklickningar. We've done 6 clicks, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Budget deficits, budgetunderskott. And how to even read that number? 3 trillion? No, 13 trillion Swedish kronor and counting. Might actually be higher than that. Depending on which country you're looking at, of course. Random number, slumptag. 31, 16. Okay, it's cycling through the numbers. And shopping days until Christmas. Shoppingdagar innan jul. We have 269 days left. There you have it. Thank you so much, Illustrator, for that amazing Easter egg. Let's quit out. Next up is Photoshop. Has anybody heard of this obscure application? I have no idea what this is. So we actually have 2 Easter eggs in Photoshop, and they're both very silly. First one is hold down Command Option when you choose the About Photoshop option from the Apple menu. Then you get this big electric cat. And I believe each subsequent Photoshop versions up until something like CS3 actually had this Easter egg, and each had its own distinct feline or other kind of picture. You can click on its nose to make it burp. That's very classy. All right, second Easter egg is hold down the Option key, go to the Layers panel, press the contextual menu, and then palette options. And then you get this modal menu that says Merlin Lives, of a little cartoon character of a wizard and a flower with an eye, which is a bit creepy. So maybe somebody knows if this signifies anything. You can click on him and he just It just inverts the colors, but that's it. And then you press begun, and he's gone. Thank you, Photoshop, for those amazing Easter eggs. All right, let's move on to freehand. So this is Aldo's freehand, which means it's freehand before Adobe bought them. Stupid Adobe just ruins everything. So freehand is another vector drawing application. And what you do is you hold down Option, Command, Shift, I think, and then choose About Freehand from the Apple menu. And then you start clicking around to generate little worms. Look at all these worms. I think you can make as many as 13 until it's... No, yeah, that's it. It looks like 13, I suppose. And yeah, that's it. Moving on. Next up is Conflict Catcher. Oops. That's just the installer for Conflict Catcher. We actually have the menu bar menu for Conflict Catcher up here. Let's open Conflict Catcher. Okay, sure. So what you want to do is click the version number. And we get a pretty nice looking credit screen there with a little mascot of the catcher of conflicts. So what you do here is when you're done looking at the credits, you type play on the keyboard, and something magical is happening. Oh, look at this! Space Invaders. Sorry, no, not this is not Space Invaders. No, I missed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's going faster. Whoa, whoa. Oh no, it caught me. Okay. Thank you, Conflict Catcher. Moving on. We have Disinfectant, which is perhaps the most iconic antivirus software on the Mac. Go to About Disinfectant. Sit around for a bit. Thank you, Big Monty Python Foot, for stepping on all the nasty viruses. You may have noticed that the pitch of those tones there, the notes weren't really even. And I haven't tested this theory yet, but I will. But I suspect that this is a 68K application, and that we are emulating 68K machine code on this PowerPC, which is throwing the timing off. So if anybody has tried that recently, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I think that's what is happening here. So let's for fun, let's demonstrate what's going on here. This is something that Brandon pointed out to me, actually, that he noticed. If you open up disinfectant in Resedit, where you can of course inspect all the resources in this in this file, we have access to the sound resources here. Let's play the sound. That tells us that ID 190 is the note, and 191 is the Bigfoot sound, meaning that we only have one note that is playing that song. So it's clearly modulating that one note to create the melody, which is probably pretty CPU intensive. Next up is iCab, which is a web browser. So what a web browser can do is load the web. Let's see if we can go to, probably apple.com is going to destroy this thing, but let's go to google.com. See how google.com renders in iCab 2.99. Oh yeah, plus I'm located in Japan, so of course we're getting Japanese characters. But, well, that's unmistakably Google. And as a matter of fact, it seems like iCab likes this website. Although it's reporting a bunch of errors. So the Easter egg here is that if you hold down Shift and click the smiley face, you will complain about all these errors. Let's listen to that one more time. Hear that, Google? We have standards, you know. Follow the standards in 1995. Let's compare with a much better search engine. So here we have the amazing frog find. Let's see what it thinks about the frog find. Okay, it's complaining about all these elements that do not exist in HTML 2.0. It's kind of an unhappy face there. Let's hear what it says with the shift click. Okay, it's saying the same thing. All right, it seems like this web browser doesn't like anything except for its own blank page. Look at this. Look at the happy face there. Click on it.
Oh, this page makes me tingly all over.
Yes, iCab. I'm tingly all over too.
Oh, this page makes me tingly all over.
All right. Thanks, iCab. let's move on. Next up is Quark Express. So what we want to do in Quark Express, which is, by the way, a desktop publishing application, we want to create a new document, and then we want to create some kind of a element here. Hello, I am an Easter egg. All right. So the Easter egg goes like this. Let's see if we can select the object. We do Command Option Shift Delete. Oh no! Alien invasion. Look at the flickering. And it's gone. Thank you, Quark, for that. Very cute Easter egg. And we are at the end. Last but not least, Right Now, which is a word processor I did not use at the time. I did not know about this. We were using Word mostly. Oops. Seems like the Mac crashed. So we're back from a computer crash. Let's see if starting right now is going to not crash the computer this time. Fingers crossed. All right, I still have a cursor. That's a good sign. Amazing. So the way this goes is you go to the About menu, you hold down Option, and then you click somewhere. Oh, look at those guys, so cute. Especially the little bulldozer down there. It's no longer copyrighted Next. I don't like Next, get out of here. Look at them go. So hardworking. So they're basically bringing some additional thanks here. Oh, I forgot the 8. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. Some additional thanks to other folks and a company and the pool room. That's important. NPR. Is that National Public Radio in the US? And the beta testers. Then a bunch of programmers. Sweet. And in fact, Easter egg number 10, the ultimate Easter egg of all, is this Macintosh is a PC. It was, wow, we were being fooled all along. So yeah, it has everything that goes with a PC there. You can even start Windows. Who would ever want to run Windows 3.1? But there it is. It's it can run Solitaire, which is probably the most important thing that any Windows PC can do. And that's it. Of course, we can do the same shortcut and go back to our Macintosh screen. Oh, wobbly. Okay, the OSSC did not like that. All right, I think if the OSSC is tired, then I think it's time to wrap up. So while leaving the wobbly Mac screen up there in the corner, I I just want to say thank you if you watched all the way to the end of this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget to go and watch Brandon's video. Again, link in the description below. And if you like this video and well, would like to see more of retro computing tech stuff, then please by all means subscribe to my channel. And if you can think of any other Easter egg that you thought would have been nice to cover, or perhaps you would like to see a follow-up video to this, then please join the discussion below. And that's it. Bye!